Hey, it's me, MLB. Mad Dog is getting some love today. I've noticed that I've only been doing romantic-based one-shots, so this one doesn't have kissing or confessions or anything like that. It is implied that there's a mutual attraction. Well, one side's definitely infatuated, as you'll soon see, but this one-shot is not my usual trope. Irrespective, I hope you all enjoy it anyway, and I've left it open for possible continuations into part 2, 3, beyond. Heck, I could even write a whole book on it, but I'll let you all be the judge of that. If you want more of him, just drop me a comment and I'll pop him on the continue list. So let's not delay any longer. Here is Kyotani, ex-female listener, You Can't Beat Me. The word competitive didn't even make the cut when describing you. If there was a word that had a stronger meaning than competitive, then that could possibly come close, but for now, just don't challenge her would have to suffice. Everything was a game to you. Everything had a record, a personal best, a high score, and you'd made it your life mission to be the best in everything, top every chart, beat everyone else. Hey Yin, we're going to the cafe down the road. Do you want to come? I'll beat you all there, you hollered, jumping up and racing out of the classroom door. Your friends sighed collectively. Does she even know which one we're talking about? One asked. Nope, but that's on her for not waiting to ask, another replied. They started off to the cafe, wondering if you'd come racing back at some point to ask which one it was. You hadn't thought that far into it though, and had raced off despite the risk of getting an infringement for running in the halls, and skidded to a halt at the top of the stairs, only leaving the absolute bare minimum time to make a judgment call before throwing yourself from the top of the stairs down. It wasn't the fact that you had calculated your jump wrong or anything, but more the fact that you'd completely forgotten that other people went to the same school as you, and someone was walking up the stairs as you had jumped down. As luck not would have it, you managed to jump right at them, and they caught you, then threw you off themselves and into the nearby wall, which you didn't appreciate one bit. Hey! You screamed, slamming shoulder first into the wall before turning and scowling at the male person for a second, then throwing yourself at them, fists first and guns blazing. A fight broke out, and you didn't even stop to think about who you were fighting, and that there was a possibility that maybe they could be stronger than you. What the hell? The guy growled, throwing you off full force. You threw me into a wall, you bellowed. You jumped into me like an idiot, he snapped back, his fierce-looking honey-coloured eyes making you stop for a second to appreciate how intimidating he looked. Yin, what's going on? Your friends called as they got to the top of the stairs and saw you fighting a guy. What's your name? You asked the guy, ignoring your friends calling out to you. You hadn't seen him before. How could you not have seen him before? He had a very striking look about him. As if I'd tell you my name, he grunted, adjusting his bag roughly on his shoulder before shoving his hands into his pockets, scowling at you one last time, then marching up the stairs and away from you. You stared at him as he left, and your friends ran down to your side. What the hell happened? One friend asked with concern after seeing how he had treated you. Kinda jumped into him, but then he went feral, you replied, downplaying the fact that you had hit him pretty hard with your full weight as you hurtled through space. Looks like you met your match, though, another of your friends mused, watching the back of the guy go around the corner. Pfft, could beat him. I just didn't want to go all out just then, you said flippantly, brushing it off before turning down the stairs and walking off. You guys coming or not? Surprisingly to them, you stayed with them down to the cafe, unlike your usual way of charging off, and you seemed to be in deep thought, but you denied this every time they asked. They suspected that you were rattled by the interaction with that guy, but actually, you were more intrigued. Upon getting back to school after the break, you made for the stairs, hoping to catch a glimpse of him again, but you didn't see him. It was as school was ending that you spotted him at the end of the hall. Most people were giving him a wide berth as he walked towards the exit, but you ran straight up to him and blocked his path. What? Get out of my way, he scowled. Name, you demanded, scowling just as hard back at him. No, he replied bluntly. If I beat you in a jumping competition, jumping from the top of the stairs, tell me your name, you stated confidently. He hesitated, light brown eyes searing into yours. You can't beat me, he started to say. Wanna bet? Just jump, you replied quickly. I can beat anyone. He adjusted his bag straps uncomfortably, then jerked his head to the stairs. Go, You first. Wait till the people clear, you said, crossing your arms across your chest and staring him down, the two of you locking eyes and standing there mentally trying to psych each other out while your fellow schoolmates walked around the two of you, throwing you both odd glances as they vacated the school grounds. Finally, the swirling mass of students died down, and you broke eye contact with him to look at the almost vacant stair set. Okay, let's go, you said. He was still staring at your side profile. When he didn't acknowledge what you had said, you looked back at him, and he suddenly looked away, scowling with embarrassment as his face flushed a little self-conscious at having been caught looking at you for so long. Without waiting any longer, you took off at a run towards the top of the stairs and threw yourself off them. You had done this many a times and sailed through the air like a pro, pumped that someone was going to challenge your jump. Not surprisingly, you had pushed off harder than you ever had before, and as you calculated your landing, you realised that you were going to hit pretty hard, so tensed for the impact. It felt like time slowed down as you started your descent, and you had just a little bit of time to come to terms with the fact that you wouldn't be able to land the jump on your feet and keep running, as you'd now collected a little more speed midair, and so decided to forward roll, as that would probably be the best option. There was a split second on impact that allowed you to absorb the brunt of it, then your knees gave way and you tucked forward for the roll. As you tucked, you suddenly felt the presence of someone beside you, and two strong arms grabbed you, and suddenly you were rolling with someone, and then came to an abrupt halt on top of that someone. When you opened your eyes, that had closed somewhere shortly after impact, and now, you saw the guy beneath you, his hands firmly on your waist and his face inches from yours. Whoa! You screeched, flinging your head back quickly. Where did you come from? You jumped up off him with surprise and stumbled back, standing there on high alert. Kyotani, he grunted as he sat up. And you? What? You asked. Name, he grunted. Oh, Yin, you replied sheepishly. I told you couldn't beat me, he said with a scowling smirk as he got up. I beat your jump and I saved you. You were dumbfounded. Yeah, okay, you did overshoot that jump, and yeah, you could have done some serious damage, but who the hell did he think he was to treat you like that? You can't beat me! I demand a rematch, he shouted after his casually retreating form as he got up and walked off. No, he shouted over his shoulder, leaving you standing there in shock. Damn, you muttered to yourself as he disappeared out of the school gates. Well, still, he gave me his name, so that's a win. And that's the end. There it is. As usual, stay tuned for the next one shot coming to a Wednesday near you.